my beautiful ladies. Welcome to our second episode of my season of life, Life Path 60 and Beyond, the channel, my YouTube channel that I have launched for all of us ladies. Right? And if this is your first time to join us, I strongly suggest you go to click on the left side so that you will, see episode one where I tell, everybody why this channel, why now, why the title. It would really be very helpful because our sessions build up on each other. Okay? I, um, as a consultant, I said that in my first episode. As a consultant, I'm naturally curious, right? I am curious about what people think, how people think, what ideas, what feelings they have when they see certain things, what are they talking about, that kind of curious. And one of my favorite social experiment is what I call top of mind ideas. Right? It's very simple. I would ask a couple of friends when we are discussing, conversing, like I will, I give you one word, and then top of mind means the first thought that you think about, the first idea, the first image, the first feeling you get. You know, and then that's where, we start talking. It's a very good conversation starter, really. I suggest you do that. Where you are in a group of strangers, of course, you need to tread a little bit here, okay? And, for this particular program that I'm doing, I've asked this, I've done this, and this is my question. Like, can I tell you one phrase and tell me what comes to mind? Guess what? This is what I told them, right? These are the words young woman, right? And if you are like them or you are like my friends, these are some of the top of mind ideas they think about. Of course, number one is sexy, young woman, sexy, wearing miniskirts, curvy, that's their idea. Second is beautiful. Of course, they have their own definitions of beautiful. Okay, some people will say dreamy eyes, some people will say high nose, some people will say curly hair and things like that. Okay, and the third is say alive. They're fun to be with. They go bungee jumping, they roller skate and things like that. Okay, very very active. And the fourth one, I would always smile because I used to wear this when I was much, much younger. Stilettos, 3 inches, 3 inch, 3 inches, 4 inches, in heels, and pointy, toes that, makes a woman walk very, very sexy, just like in the ramp, as in modeling and smooth complexion, neither a pimple here, a scar here, and things like that. Fashionable. They wear the latest fashion, very, very trendy. And long, flowing, silky hair, with the wind blowing it, and, just like in those shampoo commercials. Yeah, I used to have that kind of hair too. Okay, once upon a time. All right, and of course, slim, right? Slim. Okay, so that's those are the common, ideas. And then I switch it. What do you think is the second word? Ah, you got it. The opposite. How about an old woman? See the difference? They was all slow. They have to walk kind of slow because they have to be very careful. And, wrinkles, crow's feet, just a little bit here and there. And they would say sagging skin, when they raise their arms, they have some skin sagging. Here, muffin bellies, when they wear tight fitting, jeans, like I do. And of course, they think of menopause, right? Menopause. Okay. And then they say old fashioned because they don't really wear those trendy clothes. They just want to wear the clothes that they're very comfortable in, you know. And they say, well, okay, white or gray thinning hair, where did that long, flowy, wavy hair gone, replaced by white, thinning hair. And of course, you have to, speak a little louder. You know why? Because they're hard of hearing. Well, I'm not happy, at all, seeing this because these are simply what we call stereotypes. Stereotypes are the common misconceptions. I don't know where they got it. Maybe they got it from, from their tradition, from images in the past that if you want to picture a young woman, she has to have this hair, this makeup and all of that. Now, if you want her, to age, you just, make sure she has white hair and things like that. These are stereotypes. When I say stereotypes, because not all young women, have those characteristics, and so do old women. Well, sometimes, when they tell you their age, you're even shocked. They said, my, you're actually 70. You look younger than my age, and I'm 66, things like that. Okay, that's what happens when you have stereotypes. All right, so I suggest we have to break free, from those limiting stereotypes. And this is one powerful tool I use in my sessions. It's good for everybody. It's good for business. Some executives will be looking at the figures, dismal figures, another executive looking at the same set of figures, and he or she is very encouraged, but they're looking at the same picture because they're using the technique called reframing. You have a frame, you reframe it. All right, you see, this is what I strongly suggest we do, and this is what we will do episode after episode. Okay, so the old frame, we call it the old age, right? That's the old frame. You see what it denotes? State of being. It's rigid, meaning you're old. You cannot be young kasi you're old. Alright? It's a state of being. It's very rigid and it's a label. How do you want to be labeled? An old woman. Nobody would like to be labeled as such, right? Okay? And this is what I do not like. There's a finality in it, meaning final. There is no other chance. You cannot go back. You are just simply old. You see how devastating that is. Now, the reframing is we even change the lexicon. The lexicon means the word, the dictionary meaning, the word use, okay, word usage, that's lexicon. All right, reframe that into, instead of saying old, you use the word aging. This is what researchers are doing, aging. Okay, it's not just a change of word. You change everything. You change your point of view. You see, it's simply a process from here to there. Remember our first episode? Everybody starts at spring. But we don't stay spring, right? Because whether we like it or not, we celebrate birthdays, okay? When you celebrate your birthday, you are 1 year older, okay? Even the years like 2023 last year is 2024. This year, how many more months is going to be 2025, all right? It's a process. Okay? We cannot really get away from it. Therefore, it's a very beautiful process of becoming. Okay? Hopefully, we're becoming better, becoming more elegant, becoming more productive, becoming more loving. Hopefully. All right? And therefore, it is dynamic. It does not stay the same way. Right? So if we made a mistake, in our 30s, man, we can always correct that when we are 40s. What if we didn't make it when we are 40s? We can make it at 50, things like that. So it's changing. The idea of change and the idea of transition, from one state to another. I would like to call it transformation. Think butterfly, right? The butterfly starts, how a caterpillar, an ugly caterpillar, okay? It goes into metamorphosis. Now that's transition, that's transformation. And then it, flies, it becomes a beautiful monarch butterfly, okay? So henceforth, my beautiful ladies, you will not hear me say old, and I don't like you to say I'm old, okay? We are in the aging process. That's aging. You know, every time I celebrate my birthday, people will be asking me, "Oh, Malu, 1 year older, huh?" This is my standard answer. I suggest you do the same. I will tell them, "Hey guys, I do not grow old. I just mellow like fine, expensive wine." Okay. So I don't grow. I just mellow like fine, expensive wine. Talking about wine. Do you have any idea? Okay, what is the most expensive wine in the world? Don't you? Do you have any idea? Let me show you. Here's a list. I just got this, from I googled this last night only. So this is the most recent. Okay, look at that. 558,000 for a Pinot Noir. Okay, it is a Ramoni, and then you have 500,000 Cabernet Sauvignon, right? So it is a beautiful blend of wine, and then you have 244. All of this, I mean, really, if you are working with Philippine pesos, I ask my hobby, to make the equivalent, and the equivalent is something like several millions. Okay, 558,000 US dollars for a bottle of wine. Really? Okay. So when you really look at it, I copied this again. You can search for it. What makes a wine that expensive? Okay, here's the characteristics. Okay, they're aged for 10 to 20 months, in oak barrels. Very, very expensive kind of oak, right? They are fermented, okay, in wooden vats and aged in 100% French oak, all of this. They are fermented and aged on the least, in 30% new frame for 15 months. What's highlighted there on your screen? You tell me. The word aged, isn't it? What makes it expensive? The aging process. That that is what makes these wines very, very expensive. All right, and very, very mellow. Aging. All right. So what has that got to do with us? You'll find out later. Now consider again. Okay, this piece about nature. I didn't know about this. What are they? Okay, they are female orcas, killer whales. Okay, what is so unique about killer whales? Okay, for us ladies in the autumn of our lives, hear this. Okay, female orcas are one of the few mammals who actually experience menopause. I've never heard of an animal experiencing menopause. I thought that's only for human beings. But they do experience menopause. And the females, they reach age 90. Imagine that. My mother-in-law died at age 93. And Queen Elizabeth II, I think, died at age 94, if I'm not mistaken, 93 or 94. The longest running monarch for 70 years, for 7 decades. Okay? But the males, right, their life expectancy up to 50 years only. All right. Now, this is what research or science have found out. Who lead the pod? The menopausal females lead the pod. Okay? They are the ones passing on the knowledge and the wisdom to the younger, to the younger members of their species for resources. Okay, how to eat, where to find food. Okay, how come they have to go for this part, of the predator's body and survival. is the menopausal female. You see, the reframing we have. For some reason, the stereotypes have been built in us, and they're very negative. But in fact, when you reframe it, okay, what happens? Our usefulness, our productivity, even leadership, happens. Okay, can happen in this autumn of our life. All right. Therefore, where does our power lie? Remember, last episode when I started asking myself, am I still useful? Will I still be sought after, etc.? There you go. Our power, our purpose, and our contribution at 60 and beyond lies in the fact that we should teach younger women, right, how to live lives of meaning and transcendence. That's our job. So it's no longer what can I do to look like in my 20s? Huh? But we can't live the way we lived when we were 20s. What can I do, so that I can look like I'm 30, just 30, How can, all of these things, we can, how can I run very fast as I ran when I was 28? Okay, how can I really go overtime, for 3 consecutive weeks when I used to do that very easily when I was 28? That ain't gonna happen again, my beautiful ladies. And it's not about that. It is about transcendence and it's about meaning. Okay, how can we help the younger generation live lives authentically without any, without any regrets? I guess without any regret. Okay, so here, okay, henceforth I said we will learn together, we will grow together, we will have fun together. Okay? Next episode, we will start creating a new life in our season. Okay? In the autumn of our life. We will create a new life. Remember I said we are in the autumn of our life. It still can be the best years of our life. We will create that life. Okay? So it will be what? A life of adventure, freedom, and meaning. We will set a new mindset and we will be using a new set of skills. Okay? All right. So if you found this very helpful, okay, come join the gang. All right. And tell us, okay, what concepts have you found helpful in the comments down below, and so you will not miss any of the succeeding episodes. Okay, subscribe and hit that bell icon right there so you become updated with our latest updates on this. And then together let's build a beautiful life in the season of life. Okay, so I will see you, okay, on the next episode. Okay, this is your life coach, okay, your mentor, your fellow traveler in this beautiful autumn of our life. So this is Malu signing off. I'll see you next time.